Hi, I'm Cary Crichlow, and I'm here to talk to you about what I learned from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers? It sounds like it would burn my tongue.
I know it sounds like a tasty spice, but I'm talking about the iconic rock band that managed to stay relevant for more than 3 decades. Let's see what Wikipedia has to say about them. Red Hot Chili Peppers, also sometimes shortened to the Chili Peppers or abbreviated as RHCP, is an American rock band formed in Los Angeles in 1983. The group's musical style primarily consists of rock with an emphasis on funk, as well as elements from other genres such as punk rock and psychedelic rock. Currently, the band consists of founding members Anthony Kiedis on vocals, Flea on bass, longtime drummer Chad Smith and guitarist Josh Klinghoffer, who joined in late 2009, replacing John Frusciante on guitar. The Red Hot Chili Peppers have won 7 Grammy Awards and have become one of the best-selling rock bands of all time, with over 80 million records sold worldwide. In 2012, they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Wow, I didn't know bands were allowed to stay together that long. Well, considering the average band lasts about 2 years, I'd say they're doing pretty good. But how did they get there? Okay, so basically the Chili Peppers were formed in 1983 by 4 high school friends. Singer Anthony Kiedis, guitarist Hillel Slovak, bassist Flea, and drummer Jack Irons. Initially, the band was considered to be more of a novelty act called Tony Flo and the Majestic Masters of Mayhem, and they got their start almost accidentally. How do you accidentally start a band? Because I can barely get one started on purpose. They were asked to play a song to psych up the crowd at the Rhythm Lounge Club. Basically, the band was improvising music while Kiedis rapped a poem he had written called Out in LA. The performance was so lively that the band was asked to return the following week. They quickly became known for their raucous and energetic stage shows. Yes, including in later years, famously playing shows wearing nothing but strategically placed tube socks. You mean they were naked? Yep. Except for wearing socks on there? You got it. Well, I'm done. Anyways, all of the notoriety quickly gained them the attention of EMI Records, who offered the Peppers a record deal later that year. Wow, that was fast. So, once they got the record deal, they were international sock stars. See what I did there? You're very clever. Now shut up and let me tell you how wrong you are. They toured heavily and released 4 albums during the 1980s, and their album sales were modest at best, with Mother's Milk released in 1989 being the most successful, owing in large part to their frantic cover of Stevie Wonder's Higher Ground. But that sounds like hard work. It was. But I thought that getting a record deal made you instantly successful? Yeah, that's not really how that works. It would take the Chili Peppers several lineup changes, the tragic death of guitarist Slovak due to a heroin overdose, and Kiedis' own ongoing battle with the drug before they got their first platinum-selling album, Blood Sugar Sex Magik, in 1991. Sounds tragic. Yeah, that's probably a bit understated, but Kiedis and Flea persevered through the turmoils of losing their close friend, leaning heavily on each other and growing their friendship even more. Oh, by the way, this theme of friendship comes up a lot during their story. They enlisted drummer Chad Smith and guitarist John Frusciante. It was this lineup that would record Blood Sugar and propel the Peppers to rock star status. Finally, it only took, 8 years? Ironically, it was this success that became too much for the young Frusciante, who joined the band at 19 years old. The pressures of touring and the fame associated with being a rock star would eventually lead him to leave the band and form a heroin addiction of his own. But Frusciante wasn't the only one suffering from drug addictions. Both Kiedis and replacement guitarist Dave Navarro would struggle to remain clean as well. One Hot Minute was released in 1995 and was the only album to feature Navarro, as he was asked to leave the band in 1997. Well, that was harsh. I thought the album was pretty good. He wasn't asked to leave because of the album or creative differences, although there probably were some, and it was the official reason given. Kiedis, Flea, and Smith were mostly just afraid of Kiedis relapsing due to Navarro's most recent bout with heroin and didn't want the bad influence around. Ah, yeah, that makes more sense. This was another rough patch for the band, owing in part to injuries, fatigue, and other tragic deaths of friends and families of the band members. The future of the Chili Peppers was in doubt. Fortunately, in 1998, Flea, who had kept in touch with Frusciante and remained friends through the years, helped talk the former guitarist into joining a rehab facility to get clean. This was no small feat, as John's addiction was so bad he was living in poverty, and his health was so poor doctors were amazed he was still alive. Which brings me to my next point. Don't do heroin. After completing rehab, John was asked to rejoin the band, and they released Californication in 1999. It was a huge success, and was followed up with By the Way in 2002 and the double disc Stadium Arcadium in 2006. They were also very successful albums. Lots of touring, live shows, and live DVDs kept the Peppers on top of their game throughout the 2000s. John would go on to amicably leave the group in 2009 to work on his solo project and be replaced by current guitarist Josh Klinghoffer. The band continues to perform and release albums to this day, and I for one hope they don't stop anytime soon. there is no denying the impact they have made both musically and culturally all over the world. So, what did I learn from the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Success always takes hard work. Heroin is always a bad idea. Always. True friends will be there for you through the good times and the bad. Just because you have a record deal does not guarantee you'll be successful. Everyone, even rock stars, go through their ups and downs. Sometimes, you just gotta get naked. A great live show will really help you get noticed. Success means never giving up, no matter what. And perhaps the most important thing I learned from the Red Hot Chili Peppers is, music is an aeroplane. Thanks for watching and have a great day.